Good morning. I am terribly annoyed by the confusion that occurs when numbering the Inquisitors. So today I will present to you the current history of all the Inquisitors, prepared by me, along with determining the unknown numbers of the Inquisitors. So here we go. The sign next to the title means that the issue is not official, and that there is no official photo. So fan art was used. The first Inquisitor was the unnamed Grand Inquisitor, who joined Darth Vader during Episode 3, where he killed other temple guards to make things easier for Vader and clones. And because he was the founder of the Inquisition, he gets the title of Zero Brother from me. Zero Brother was from the Pau'an race. He was born on the planet Utapau in 47 BBY. He rose to the rank of Jedi Knight in the Jedi Order. He became Jedi Temple Guard. All we know from his life as a Jedi is that he was very hungry for knowledge from the archives, but Jocasta Nu refused to give him this knowledge, which is why he hated her. During the Clone Wars, he participated in the pursuit and arrest of Barriss Offee. After these events, he turned to the dark side, and during Order 66, he joined Palpatine and became First Inquisitor. Zero Brother received the rank of Grand Inquisitor from Palpatine, i.e. the leader of the Inquisitors. His first task was to recruit as many Jedi as possible and turn them to the dark side. He created two groups of Inquisitors, Nur Group and Coruscant Group. The Nur Group trained in the emerging Inquisitor Fortress, and the Coruscant Group trained in the Jedi Temple building on Coruscant, which had now become the Imperial Palace. In the Nur Group, 4 Inquisitors passed the tests, while in the Coruscant Group, 5 Inquisitors passed the tests.
The Nur Group included Merrick. Merrick was given the title of First Brother. We don't know much about his past except that he was a member of the Jedi Order. He is probably of the human race. Next, Second Brother. We don't know anything about his past except that he was once a Jedi. I gave him the title Second Brother because chronologically this number suits him. Barriss Offee was Mirielin, born on the planet Miriel in 40 BBY. She became Master Luminara Undula's Padawan. She took part in the first Battle of Geonosis and the second Battle of Geonosis, where she became friends with Ahsoka Tano. The ongoing Clone Wars irritated her, so she decided to betray the Jedi and turn to the dark side of the Force. After Order 66 under Force, she became an Inquisitor. I named her third sister. Lyn Rakish was from the Negrota race. She was born on the planet Ahozik. She joined the Jedi Order and rose to the rank of Jedi Knight. She was friends with Barriss Offee. For unknown reasons, she left the Order during the Clone Wars. After Order 66, she was recruited into the Inquisition by the Grand Inquisitor. Afet and Dante were friends who joined the Jedi Order. For unknown reasons, they decided to leave the Jedi Order. After Order 66, they were recruited into the Inquisition. However, Afet tried to escape and the Grand Inquisitor killed him, and Dante was killed by Barriss Offee while training to become an Inquisitor. However, in the Coruscant Group, we had a fifth brother. The fifth brother was born on the planet Artemisium. He joined the Jedi Order. He became the Padawan of an unnamed master. During the Clone Wars, he rose to the rank of Jedi Knight. After Order 66, he joined the Inquisition. Bill Vallon was from an unknown race. He rose to the rank of Knight in the Jedi Order. After Order 66, he took the name Sixth Brother in the Inquisition. Seventh Sister belonged to the Mirielin race. She was born on the planet Miriel. As a youngster, she was trained by Master Yoda. She became Aayla Secura's Padawan. During the Clone Wars, she gained the rank of Jedi Knight. After Order 66, she joined the Inquisition and took the name Seventh Sister. The eighth brother was a Tyrellian Jango Jumper. He was born on the planet Tyrelia. He joined the Jedi Order. During the Clone Wars, he rose to the rank of Jedi Knight. After Order 66, he joined the Inquisition and took the name Eighth Brother. Masana Tide belonged to the Daoyudan race. She was born on the planet Dawit. She joined the Jedi Order. During the Clone Wars, she rose to the rank of Jedi Knight. After Order 66, she joined the Inquisition and took the name Ninth Sister. After completing 10 Inquisitors, Palpatine decided to reveal the project to Darth Vader. Darth Vader returned to Coruscant after the mission and encountered the Grand Inquisitor, whom he mistook for an intruder. They started a fight, but Palpatine stopped it and explained the situation. Palpatine took Vader and presented him with Group Coruscant. Not long later, the Grand Inquisitor also presented the Nerd Group to Vader. However, this was not the end of recruitment. Soon Pros Said Dibs joined the Inquisition. Pros Said Dibs was a Mirluka Reyes. He rose to the rank of Master in the Jedi Order. After the outbreak of the Clone Wars, he was sent to the planet Hisrich, where he lost his faith in the Order. He decided to kill Mace Windu but failed. He was sentenced to prison for his actions. After Order 66, he was recruited into the Inquisition and took the name 10th Brother. We know nothing about the unnamed Inquisitor. I named him the 11th Brother. Tolan Yaluna was a Twi'lek. He was born on the planet Ryloth in 42 BBY. After joining the Jedi Order, he became friends with Iskat Akris. He became the Padawan of Master Bovok Ansho. He took part in the first battle of Geonosis, after which he was promoted to Jedi Knight. He fought in many battles of the Clone Wars. When Order 66 was issued, he was shot and kidnapped by the clones. After many tortures, he turned to the dark side. I gave him the title of 12th Brother. Iskat Akris was of the Quarian race. She was born on the planet Pori in 40 BBY. She joined the Jedi Order and became friends with Tolan Yaluna. She became the Padawan of Master Sembervay. She fought in the first battle of Geonosis, after which she was promoted to Jedi Knight. She fought in many battles of the Clone Wars. After Order 66, she accepted the offer to join the Inquisition without hesitation. She took the name 13th Sister. And it was at this point that the Inquisition had a record 14 Inquisitors. The first missions followed soon after. The Grand Inquisitor was involved in the hunt for Jocasta Nu, although Darth Vader ultimately killed her. Shortly thereafter, the Grand Inquisitor battled the Nak Med. However, the mission failed and Naku Med escaped. During this time, the Ninth Sister also assisted Darth Vader in his missions regarding Colonel Baraka's betrayal. Shortly thereafter, the Grand Inquisitor and the 13th Sister went on a mission in search of an informant named Gamadar. Iskat Akris killed him. Shortly thereafter, the 11th Brother arrived on the planet Karali in search of the Force-sensitive Jerry Akela. He probably died during this mission. Later during the invasion of Mon Cale, together with Darth Vader, the 6th Brother, the 9th Sister, and the 10th Brother appeared. They were hunting the Jedi Farron Bar and his apprentice Verla. During this battle, the 10th Brother was killed and the 9th Sister lost a leg. Ultimately, Farron Bar was killed by Darth Vader and Verla escaped. Meanwhile, the Grand Inquisitor killed Luminar Unduli and later used her as a trap for other Jedi. Then the hunt for Ahsoka Tano began. The 2nd Brother was the first to move, but he fell and was killed. Then the 6th Brother moved but also fell. Next, the 3rd Sister and 4th Sister went hunting for the unknown Jedi. However, after the 4th Sister murdered the entire village, Barriss Offee decided to betray the Empire and save the Jedi. However, in my opinion, she was not the only Inquisitor who deserted Merrick the 1st Brother also, in my opinion, betrayed the Empire and became a bounty hunter or mercenary, because that is the role we see him in the Ahsoka series. Plus there, he uses his name Merrick, not 1st Brother. The 12th Brother and 13th Sister arrived on the planet Farana, where they killed 3 Jedi. There were Clef and Opus, Sharlin Plaka, and the unnamed Zeltan Jedi. It turned out that many inquisitors died or deserted, so new inquisitors appeared. First sister took the place of Merrick, i.e., first brother, in the numbering. She probably belonged to the Zabrak race. She joined the Jedi Order. After Order 66, after some time she joined the Inquisition. Trilla Siduri joined the Jedi Order. She became the Padawan of Master Cere Geoenda. She fought in many battles of the Clone Wars. When Order 66 was issued and Geoenda fled and Trilla stayed. Trilla Siduri fled from the Empire, but was finally captured, and after torture, she turned to the dark side of the Force. She took the place of the second brother, and took the name Second Sister. Third brother, we don't know much about him. We know that he existed, and that he was a Jedi. He will take the place of Barriss Offee. The new sixth brother was a Jedi but joined the Inquisition. We don't know anything about him. He took the place of the previous sixth brother. This is the current composition of the Inquisition. Sometime later, the Inquisitors arrived on Burin in search of the Jedi Bode-Akun. His wife died in the fight. Bode was kidnapped by the Empire and turned to the dark side. But he did not become an Inquisitor but joined the ISB. Later, the Grand Inquisitor, the second sister and the ninth sister hunted for Verla but were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, the Grand Inquisitor saw many Jedi using a trap with Luminara Ungela's body in the years to come. The Inquisitors hunted the Jedi with great success. They killed such Jedi: Muzuziel, Zubain Ankanori, Chandra, Nuj, Kulman Kaj, Appa Rancisis, Terra Sinyab, Ferris, Valerie Tide, and countless unnamed Jedi. Sometime later, the fifth brother killed his former master. Third brother died or deserted, and Reva Savander joined the Inquisition in his place. Reva was born on the planet Coruscant in 31 BBY. She joined the Jedi Order. When Order 66 was issued, she was wounded but survived. She joined the Inquisition to take revenge on Darth Vader. The Grand Inquisitor fought a Jedi named Kira Vantala, but Kira won and the Grand Inquisitor escaped. The fifth brother, the 12th brother and the 13th sister, together with Darth Vader, set out to hunt the Jedi Eth Koth. After a long fight, Darth Vader killed the Jedi, and the Inquisitors kidnapped his daughter. After the action, many Inquisitors gathered at their base on Coruscant. Talon and Iskit suggested during their conversation that they could kill Darth Vader. This is why Darth Vader attacked the 12th brother and 13th sister. Despite the Grand Inquisitor's protest, Darth Vader decided to kill them. After a short chase, Darth Vader killed the 12th brother and the 13th sister. After these events, the Inquisitors moved from Coruscant to the fortress of Nur permanently. The second sister flew over in search of Nirala's Jedi. However, it turned out that Nirali was a fake Jedi. The second sister killed her. Not long later, the second and ninth sisters arrived on the planet Bracca in search of the Jedi Cal Kestis. After a short fight, Cal escaped. Cal fought the ninth sister on the planet Kashyyyk, where he lost her arm. There, the second sister revealed to him that her name was Trilla Siduri. Then the second sister began hunting not only Cal Kestis, but also Cere Jund. After another fight, Trilla escaped with the holocron. Cal and Kir flew to the fortress on Nur where they faced Trilla again. The second sister lost the fight, and was killed by Darth Vader. The first sister landed on the planet Dathomir where she found Drusera, a ninth sister who survived the Battle of Dathomir. She decided to train her, but Drusera killed the first sister. The new sixth brother was sent to investigate an abandoned Jedi temple. However, he died due to the activation of the temple's defense systems. His body was found by Chiare. A short time later, the fifth brother was sent in search of Cal Kestis and Cere Geoenda. However, he was defeated and had to flee. The Grand Inquisitor was searching for Master Elon and his companions. When he found him, he killed him. He also met 5 unnamed Jedi. He killed them all. The 5th brother hunted the Tensarun Jedi. He left traps for the 5th brother. During the fight, he deprived the 5th brother of his arm, but spared his life. Not long later, the 7th sister and the 9th sister were sent to assassinate one of the Empire's enemies and killed him. Then they hunted Tensarun and Jed Euron. However, they lost the fight. A short time later, Darth Vader, the Grand Inquisitor, the 5th brother, the 7th sister, and the 9th sister advanced on Tensaruna, Jed Eurona, and Pan-Delisek. Pan-Delisek was killed by the Grand Inquisitor. Jed Euron was killed by the 5th brother, and Tensarun was killed by Darth Vader. Sometime later, the Inquisitors attacked rebels led by an unnamed Jedi, Roken's wife. The Jedi was killed. Sometime later, Darth Vader and the 7th sister arrived in search of Jedi Master Vanzel Marklar. However, after a short fight, he managed to escape. The Grand Inquisitor, 3rd sister and 5th brother came looking for a Jedi named Nari. After the first fight, Nari escaped. The Grand Inquisitor decided to leave this matter to the 3rd sister and the 5th brother, who killed Nari. After these events, 3rd sister decided to hunt down Obi-Wan Kenobi. She kidnapped Leia. The Grand Inquisitor, the 4th sister, and the 5th brother set out to conceal the 3rd sister's intentions. The 3rd sister wounds the Grand Inquisitor. Darth Vader joins the search for Obi-Wan. 3rd sister transports Leia to Nur. Obi-Wan and the rebels attack Nur. Obi-Wan saves Leia. Darth Vader wants to kill Reve, but she reveals where the rebel base is. 3rd sister becomes temporary Grand Inquisitor. 3rd sister attacks the rebels. When she thinks she has won, she attacks Darth Vader. Darth Vader quickly defeats her. The Grand Inquisitor appears and reveals that he knew everything about Reva. Darth Vader and the Grand Inquisitor chase Obi-Wan. Darth Vader fights Obi-Wan but loses. At this time, Reva attacks Luke Skywalker, but Obi-Wan managed to save him. Reva is converted. The 9th sister faced Cal Kestis once again, but this time Cal's development was significant. Cal Kestis killed the 9th sister. Sometime later, the 8th brother was sent in search of Maul. While chasing him, he crashed on the planet Malahor, where he was imprisoned with Maul for several years. Shortly thereafter, Darth Vader sent the Grand Inquisitor to kill the Jedi Kanan Jarrus, formerly known as Caleb Dume. He used the trick of Luminara Undula's body to lure him. After a short fight, Kanan escaped. After this meeting, he also began to track down Ezra Bridger, Kanan's student. The Grand Inquisitor also became the temporary governor of the planet Lahal, where he oversaw academies and factories. Shortly afterwards, during the Empire Day celebrations, he faced Kanan once again, first in space and then on an asteroid. Kanan and Ezra managed to escape again. Shortly thereafter, the Grand Inquisitor came across the trail of Jedi Yelub, who also met Kanan. However, Yelub turned out to be a false Jedi. The Grand Inquisitor killed him. Kanan escaped. Upon Tarkin's arrival on Lahal, the Grand Inquisitor became Tarkin's emissary. In a provocation orchestrated by Tarkin, the Grand Inquisitor managed to kidnap Kanan. Despite torture, Kanan did not turn to the dark side. During the final duel, Kanan defeated the Grand Inquisitor, and he committed suicide out of fear of Darth Vader. However, Darth Vader used a Sith ritual to imprison the Grand Inquisitor's spirit as the temple's guardian as punishment for his defeat. After these events, the 4th sister received the title of Grand Inquisitor. A 5th brother was sent to Ezra and Kanan, and now Ahsoka Tano. He planned a trap for the Jedi. A 7th sister joined the mission. The plan failed. The 5th brother and 7th sister faced the Jedi several times. Then to Takobo, where the fifth brother and seventh sister fought Kanan, Ezra, and Ahsoka while trying to kidnap the children. To Bil's End, where they interrupted Ezra's training. To Gerrel, where they participated in a large manhunt organized by Tarkin. To Usalon, where they prevented the establishment of a base for the rebels. They also attacked the Jedi Temple on Lahau, where they faced the spirits of the temple's guardians. After their victory, they were praised by Darth Vader. Ahsoka, Ezra, and Kanan arrived on the planet Malahor, where they met the eighth brother, who was hunting Maul. Then the fifth brother and the seventh sister also came. After a long battle, the seventh sister and the fifth brother were killed by Maul, and the eighth brother died after his sword was damaged by Kanan. A short time later, the fourth sister found former Inquisitor Barriss Offee. After a short fight in which Barriss showed Lyn the senselessness of fighting, Lyn Rakish saved Barriss from death. By deserting the Empire, this is where the history of the Inquisition ends. When Luke Skywalker discovered a forgotten Jedi temple, he fought the spirit of the Grand Inquisitor and won. Darth Vader scolded the Grand Inquisitor for this. Years after the fall of the Empire, Merrick was hired by Morgan Elsbeth to aid in a plan to rescue Thrawn. He faced Ahsoka twice, first on Corellia and then on Cetos, where Ahsoka killed him. I have a problem. When I was finishing the film, Rekon appeared. The Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi was officially named 11th Brother, which means that the Inquisitor I called 11th Brother will now be called my second brother. It won't change anything in history. These retcons regarding Inquisitors annoy me. For example, the Grand Inquisitor once had the title of First Brother, then they withdrew it, then they made the Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi the First Brother, but they also withdrew it, and officially the Merrick is the First Brother. So to be clear, these are the Inquisitors who have an official number, and these are the Inquisitors to whom I gave a number. The Inquisitors' lightsabers were unique. They had countless functions, and could be used as a normal lightsaber, with the handle open and closed. The dual lightsaber could be activated. Here you could open and close the handle in the same way. Each sword also had the functions of a helicopter propeller. That is, a quick rotation of the lightsaber blades. It was also possible to use the Force to fly. The lightsaber also had saw functions, and it could be split into two separate lightsabers. Now let me introduce all the Inquisitors' lightsabers. The Grand Inquisitor had 3 lightsabers. A yellow Jedi-era double lightsaber. The second first red one destroyed during the fight with Darth Vader. And the third destroyed during the fight with Kanan. Theoretically, his spirit also had a Force sword, but this sword did not actually exist. We don't know what kind of lightsaber Merrick had as a Jedi. His red sword served him for many years. After Merrick's death, it was probably requisitioned by the New Republic. We don't know what lightsaber Trilla Siduri had as a Jedi. Her first red lightsaber was stolen by Cere Geunda. Her second red sword was destroyed by Cal Kestis during the fight. Barriss Offee's swords, her Jedi's sword was blue. She then stole 2 of Asajj Ventress's lightsabers. After joining the Inquisition, she gained a new red sword, which she abandoned after leaving the Inquisition. We don't know what kind of lightsaber Reva had as a Jedi, but after joining the Inquisition, she was given a new red lightsaber. It is unknown what Reva did with her lightsaber after leaving the Inquisition. We don't know what lightsaber Lyn had as a Jedi. She served her red lightsaber for many years. When she left the Inquisition, she abandoned this lightsaber. The fifth brother used a blue-bladed lightsaber like a Jedi. His red sword served him for years, but was destroyed by Maul. We don't know what lightsaber Bill Valin had as a Jedi. His red lightsaber was destroyed by Ahsoka Tano. And the crystals from this sword were used to create Ahsoka's 2 white blades. We don't know what lightsaber the seventh sister had as a Jedi. Her red lightsaber served her for years. After her death, He was abandoned on Malachor. We don't know what kind of lightsaber the eighth brother had as a Jedi. His red lightsaber was destroyed by Kanan, resulting in the Inquisitor's death. We don't know what lightsaber Mosana Tide had as a Jedi. Her first red lightsaber was destroyed during the Battle of Mon Cala. Her second red lightsaber was likely confiscated by the Empire after the death of her ninth sister. Pros said Dibs had a green lightsaber as a Jedi. As the 10th brother, he used a red lightsaber. He preferred disassembling it into two separate blades. After his death, the lightsaber was likely condensed by the Empire. We don't know what kind of lightsaber 11th brother had as a Jedi. His red lightsaber served him briefly. After his death, he was probably thrown out by Ahsoka. Talon Yelona had a green-bladed lightsaber as a Jedi. His red lightsaber was likely confiscated by the Empire after his death. Iskat Akris had a green-bladed lightsaber as a Jedi. Her red lightsaber was likely confiscated by the Empire after her death. We don't know what kind of lightsaber First Sister had as a Jedi. After her death, her red lightsaber was stolen by Jersair, a student and assassin of the First Sister. We don't know what the rest of the Inquisitor's lightsabers look like. But it is worth noting that the Sith Acolytes had one lightsaber of the type used by the Inquisitors. So it probably belonged to one of the fallen Inquisitors. Inquisitors used many means of transport in the service of the Empire. Most often it was the Scythe shuttle, i.e. Phi-class shuttle. Next was the Zeta-class shuttle. One of them was called Infernum. Inquisitors also used Sentinel-class landing craft. They also often used the Lambda-class T-4A shuttle. The Ninth Sister also piloted an unknown shuttle belonging to Darth Vader. When it comes to fighters, the Inquisitors used TIE Advance V1. They also used the TIE/Ion Interceptor. And the Ninth Sister also used the TIE/RP Reaper attack lander. Of course, the Inquisitors also managed the Imperial I-class Star Destroyers. The Inquisitors' training was based on constant battles with each other, and with Darth Vader. Famous training fights include Grand Inquisitor vs. Barriss Offee, Barriss Offee vs. Dante. Here, Barriss killed Dante, although no one ordered her to do it. Grand Inquisitor vs. the 13th Sister, 5th Brother vs. 7th Sister, 13th Sister vs. 7th Sister, 6th Brother vs. Darth Vader lost his arm in this duel. 5th Brother vs. 9th Sister in this duel 5th Brother lost his arm, and 9th Sister was cut in half. 6th Brother vs. the 9th Sister in this duel the 9th Sister lost her leg. 4th Sister vs. 13th Sister, 12th Brother vs. 13th Sister. I kept talking about the first main task of the Inquisitors, i.e. hunting the Jedi, but they had one more important task. They were supposed to kidnap Force-sensitive children. Strangely enough, we do not know the fate of any of the children kidnapped by the Inquisitors. But in my opinion, after hard training, children grew into even better Inquisitors than the fallen Jedi. In my opinion, the new generation of Inquisitor will be used by Grand Admiral Thrawn during his return.